It's coming up.
She is on a roll today.
Girl, I can't do it. If you gonna be ungrateful, you cursing out the caregivers, you cursing out the doctors. Po people.
Oh, but it gets better. It gets so much better.
Po people. But you got to pray for them, y'all.
Okay, you hear that?
You got to pray for them, but you don't have to tolerate it.
After she talks about the old people so
A lot of
bad.
people fight to stay strong. So when they become ill, they are still fighting to get out of it. Many possibilities.
Look at that dusty TV.
I don't think it's no excuse
Listen to her now.
mistreat people. Especially if you have all your faculties. There's no excuse to mistreat people. You could be in pain, and you could still be grateful that people are there. You could still say thank you. You could still be nice. You could still be kind.
This coming from a
You don't
woman
have to use vulgar language
who supposedly is not elderly and sick
just because
or
you can't
disabled.
walk, just because you're in pain, just because you're hurting. You do not have to curse people
But
out.
she doesn't.
You do not have to use people, and you do not have to use them, and you do not have to take them for granted.
Stop it. Did you hear she said
That's
use
just
people
my
or take
thoughts.
them for granted, but that's just her thoughts.
When I get old,
When she get old. When?
I'm still going to be grateful.
Man, what the hell?
Now, I think whatever you are,
Here we go.
you are going to be. If you are respectful at a young age, you're going to be respectful when you get old.
So we can see that she wasn't.
I think whatever you are, it just heightens it. It's going to get worse. If you was evil when you was young, then I guess you're going to be more evil when you get old.
And that proves our point.
But if you was a nice person when you were young, you're not going to turn around and be a nice person. If you always use the language B and H and this and that and curse people out, then you're going to still be cursing people out as an old person.
That's what we said.
Nobody going to sit up here and be using the language B's and H's as no old 70 and 80-year-old woman if that ain't how she talked when she was young.
So, if other people can't change, how she changed?
Nah, tell me I'm lying.
Are you lying?
Yes.
You lying.
I see that right now with my brother-in-law. I like the late night third shift lives.
Why? Because she crazier in the middle of the night.
Technically, yes. Sometimes they need a lot of unconditional love.
Did you hear that?
Well, Grizzly, you give it to them.
You hear that? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I talked through it.
I'm taking up and making excuses for people.
I talked through it. Okay.
I like the late night third
Now watch
shift
this
lives.
subscriber.
Technically, yes. Sometimes they need a lot of unconditional love to change. Well, Grizzly, you give it to them. God damn it.
Wow.
Stop taking up and making excuses for people.
Wow.
Unconditional love. God done gave them people unconditional love their whole life.
Wow.
And they in their 70s and 80s and about to die. And unconditional love ain't changed them by now. Then guess what? They gonna die and go to hell needing unconditional love. Because
Wow. Wow. And this is from the right-hand person of God. Because, you know, she's up there with him, and he consults her, and he gives her stuff to give to us. And this is what she says. It's that holy woman of God. Yeah. I'm speechless. I'm just speechless.